Hello, we are plus one shot. We are playing City of Mist, our noir with superheroes campaign. Sort of doing a test run of what the system is like with the pre-made, starter campaign. It's been pretty good, I think. We're on our third episode. Quick introduction of our characters. Aaron, you want to start?
Hey, yeah, how you doing? I'm Victor. I'm a guy. I'm
I'm a guy.
I'm a guy. I don't know. I don't want to give away too much because they say to be mysterious is better than to be an open book, right?
Do they?
I don't fucking know.
They do.
There you go. She agrees. Keep your cards close to your vest.
Thank you. And what about Christina?
I'm Christina. I'm playing Amaterasu or Terra, goddess of the sun, goddess of life, bringer of light, and impeccable dresser.
Very nice, very nice. And Michelle?
Are we wearing the same shirt?
No, mine says dead on it.
Oh.
In here it says bib.
That's just how I feel. So it's almost the same shirt. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a boy. Boy named Sue.
You are a little boy. You are little. You are young.
I'm a male. I'm one of those annoying people that uses boy and girl for adult people.
Gotcha. Okay. When we last left our characters, they were at the one-shop stop. And Aaron, do you have a monologue for us to recap the last adventure?
Oh, I suppose I could try this. I'm not prepared. I didn't do my homework. The dog ate it. Well, this whole ordeal has been nothing but trouble. But what do you expect when you answer a cry for help written on cutout pieces of a pizza menu? But Miss Tara wants us to be helpful and try to do what we can to give back to the neighborhood, so that's what we do. So after last week's whole kerfuffle, we finally we were able to subdue these no good nicks, these hoods who came around trying to rough Michael up, and we had a little talk with them. Did a little more than talking, but we were able to get what we wanted out of them. The real kicker, though, is we found out who Honeylip works for. He works for
Delia.
He worked. But who does Delia work for? Delia. They work for
the
Falzoni family.
Yeah, I just had it in a complete brain
Fazoli family.
The Fazoli family.
The Cannoli family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Works for the Fazoli family.
Mm-hmm.
No, they haven't really been digging their heels in too hard in the community, but apparently lately there's been sort of a destabilizing element in the family, and now they're digging their fingers into all sorts of little pies outside of their normal territories. What we also learned is Honeylip has an enforcer named Delia, who may or may not be his hatchet man or woman.
Hatchet person.
Hatchet person. We also learned that poor Sam, God rest his soul, was previously in financial ruin, but mysteriously came into a windfall. So it's almost more than certain that they received money from Honeylip and was not able to pay him back. So as far as I am concerned, he all but has the blood on his hands. And when we last left, a mysterious figure was entering Sam's abandoned shop as we were looking around for evidence.
Very true, very true. The three of you were in the back room of Sam's one-stop shop, and you heard the little bell ding as someone entered through the front door. And as you look, you see a lady with skin sort of gray and slick enter into the building. Who steps out of the room and who stays inside?
I think Victor will step out just to let the other two kind of, gather the info while he, plays this diversion at the moment because, technically they're not supposed to be here. So if this isn't, so they could possibly sneak out some way while he has them distracted.
Sneaking out is going to be Tara's MO here.
So he'll walk out and be like, "Hey, sorry, we're closed."
Okay. Anybody else? The other two of you staying in the room?
Frozen solid. Like, someone's here.
Maybe try and like sneak a little, like, look out.
Look out. Okay. Well, so as Victor Cage steps out and says, "We're not open," you see this lady walking slowly down the aisle towards the back room, locking eyes with you. The muscular mob bruiser stands poised in front of you, thumbs under her suspenders. Many pointed teeth line her smug grin. Oddly,
I notice.
Oh my god, she's a shark.
She's
a
got
shark.
gills.
the gills under her ears seem to open up. And just as you notice that, you notice that there is cold, briny water up to your knees. The people of Miller Square are now under my protection. Don't you see? We are not just a mob. We are gods. We are the new pantheon of this place. Our mortal followers will pay tribute to us and only to us. Come, little fishy, let's play.
You're the fish, though.
No, I am the predator. And you see her grin just open wider than humanly possible.
Okay, but you're still a fish.
To the two of you in the... so, Victor, you are now in waters up to your knees or mid-thighs, and that water is rising. To the two of you in the room, you notice that the water stops at the doorway. You can see the water rising, or the water just appeared more so than just rose, but it just almost appeared at that level and is beginning to rise. But there is a clear distinction between the room you are in and the rest of the room. She cannot see the two of you in the room. There's a good chance that she knows you exist because... Sorry, I hit my microphone. There's a good chance that she knows you exist because of things that have been going on, but as of yet, you are still hidden.
Now, what type of god are you supposed to be?
What are you supposed to be?
Yeah, who are you supposed to be? What fish god is there? I'd like to know. I'm curious.
She sort of looks at you odd for a second and says, "Dakuwaka."
Godsundheit.
Not funny.
Godsundheit. That is an episode name.
Godsundheit. Perfect.
It is a Fijian shark god.
Ooh.
The water continues to rise.
Tara is definitely just trying to figure out how she's gonna get them all out of this. The water thing is interesting. So it's it's just like a wall of water that stops at the room where Sue and Tara are.
Yeah. So since I don't really have a map for it, if you sort of picture a main convenience store, there's always sort of that little hallway where they would keep the bathroom, and then there's another door that leads into the office or whatever, where manager would keep the safe or whatever. So as she entered into the room, Victor can see this, that the whole shop is flooding, getting up there, mid-thigh, but and it rushes all the way to the back of this hallway that she's looking at. But the room that the two of you are in just has essentially it's almost as if there was a glass partition separating the hallway from the room, and you can just see the water like lining up the side of it.
I
Okay.
wonder if it's something about the water or something about the room.
So we're in a store currently,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, you are inside a convenience store.
Is there possibly a canned item of some sort nearby?
There are, yes. You being near the back wall, you can find the soda aisle, beer aisle. You know, all the refrigerated stuff is right there.
Could I grab a can and try to throw it through one of the plate glass windows to alleviate some of this, especially the door, because the door is below hip level. Like the if I broke the glass in the door, it would be like the frame
Yes,
of the door would be ankle height.
you can indeed do that.
To see if the water drains or if this is specifically a magical effect being perpetrated by the shark man woman.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me just a regular. Just be a go toe to toe. As long as you get one success, you will achieve your goal. You indeed got a success, yeah. So yeah, you sort of like trudge your way over, you know, since you're like, you know, almost waist deep in water.
Blushing.
Yeah, manage to like sling open the door against the.
I mean, if we're towards the back, I imagine you like, because what's going to stop them from like running over and be like, no, 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 no? Like he would probably just grab something off a shelf that would be like within like a single reach turn or something like that, and then just like whip it.
Then yeah, you can do that. You're aiming at the door.
Yeah, to try to see if the water will drain.
You hit the door. You manage to crack it, and it does put a little hole in it. It's sort of a safety glass, so the whole thing doesn't like shatter and just completely fall. But yeah, you manage to put a hole through a small hole through the door. The water does not seem to recede.
Good to know. Oh, so this is some kind of. Is this your water? Is this like some spooky ghost god water?
She looks at you and like big grin on her face, and she's like, "Yeah, it's all me," and starts to like lower herself into the water.
Damn it.
The water begins to rise even more. It's mid chest height.
At this point, I feel like Tara is well and truly stuck in this other room. She's not going to go out into the water. So, are there any other ways out of this room? Are there any vents or anything in the room where Sue and Tara are?
Give me a what have you got? I was like, give me a change to the game, and we can create that.
Okay. See, I'm gonna
Slight-
look around. Let's see.
Just a
Maybe-
quick reminder.
Mhm.
I can travel through water, so like I'm good.
Okay, not worried about Sue. Am worried about Ownhide,
Yeah.
especially
I'm just
since
saying,
scary
oh,
shark
no,
lady.
only one of us can get out this way. Well, it's you, because I can just go. Yep.
You are, since you're at the back office, you are fairly close to the back door. So if you wanted to just make a break for it and like sort of like dive into the water and go for the back door, you can do that.
Mm-mm. No, there's a scary shark lady in the water. That seems like a bad idea. So Tara is going to. I don't know what I can use to do this right now. Like, there's no way she would have the compact out. So I'm just going to do a straight roll. I'm just going to execute the move.
Okay.
Oh.
No, unfortunately, that does not succeed.
So no way out of this room except for the way that we came in.
Correct. There only is the one door.
Okay.
For now, Vic will try to climb one of these shelves and try to make his way closer to the door.
The front door, back door.
Front door.
Okay. Yeah.
If anything, trying to at least get her away from the the back door. So
You can start to like throw yourself up onto the aisles or the racks, yeah, and sort of not jump, but like wide step from one to the other, and you are able to get to the aisle that is closest to the door, but you're probably still a good, we'll say 6 to 10 feet from the door, and the water is almost, it's your shoes, had they not already been soaked, would be, or
starting
starting to get wet again.
Vic is gonna put his head under the water to see if he can see where she is.
Okay, yeah, you
So
do see,
good.
and you can see her, what looks almost like a tail, flash as she just barely goes around the backside of the aisle you're on. So she's essentially going to be behind you, like because if you stick your head in, like you see,
And she's going around the corner. Yeah, she's circling the shelf I'm on, pretty much.
Exactly, 100% circling.
Tara also can't see what's going on because I'm in the other room, so sort of just like trying to see what's going on over the chest high water. Also baffled that the water's not coming into the room. Just
I guess it's up to me to figure out what is going on.
the water guy?
What is going on?
Oh my god, a job for the water guy.
I don't know if I like being the water guy.
I think you're the water guy.
You're the guy who took the water.
Oh my god. All right.
Get a water sword. You become water. You're the water
It's
guy.
not a water sword.
It's a lightning sword.
Oh, okay.
It's
Lightning
not
sword.
a lightning sword.
It's a sword. Use the sword as a sword.
It's the storm sword. Storm
Sword is a sword. Okay, I guess I'm gonna turn into water. Go into the water.
Wait,
see if I can
Is it salt water?
It is briny salt water.
Does it
So you could say it's
matter
briny.
to me? I don't think it matters to me, Philip.
No, it won't.
I-
It'll probably, it might mess with you in a like RP sense because you are flooding your body with salt water and you're not used to it. But
So he's gonna be so
with him
thirsty.
again. I'm just like,
He's so thirsty after this.
100%.
I
so
need
thirsty.
another soda.
He needs another Coke.
yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna turn into water so that hopefully she can't see me, and then go into the water and see what she is doing. Observe this lady and what she is right now, I guess.
Hey, you guys you know how sharks breathe, right?
Oh God.
Water passes through the gills of the shark. I'm just saying. I didn't read National Geographic for like 30 years for nothing.
They have to keep moving or they die.
Mm.
They also
I
have
have
to
an-
breathe.
I
And
have
if
an
you go
ability
inside
for
of
this.
them,
I don't want to do that.
go inside her gills and then
Water
become
passes
solid.
You see that she is circling Victor. She is looking.
Ant-Man Thanos, sir.
She is looking for an opportunity, and as the water continues to rise, she will soon have her chance to strike. She got enough running. She got enough speed. She could probably leap out and do a classic movie shark attack, but she hasn't. She's not doing that yet.
I'm gonna fry her if she does.
Because she's a coward. Can't fight us like toe to toe. Has to fucking shark it up high in the water. What a
Just like
coward.
a small ass shark.
A baby shark, if you will.
No. All right, so I'm gonna try and use my my grabby skill.
Your grabby skill.
Engulfing water spout. If that's okay. I know we discussed how this is supposed to work instead of how I used it the previous time.
So sort of describe, like, I realize you're going to use that skill, but like what is your character doing and like trying to accomplish by doing this?
Letting Vic get out of Waterworld.
Okay.
Without getting nommed.
So you're gonna
So,
try.
like while I'm trying to hold the shark lady, like tight in place, let him get out of the water so she can't take a bite out of crime.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah. Additional effects maybe. Oh, you can't breathe anymore because that's how sharks breathe.
I think if you're turning into like a water vortex, you're still causing enough water to move that you'd be pulling water through her gills.
Okay, that's boring, but sure. Then yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
So yeah, give me a. We'll say since you're just trying to basically stop her movement, that would be a go toe to toe, and you can achieve your goal.
Oh, so I just can do it or no?
So you'll be able to stop her from circling Victor. You won't.
Okay.
You're not able to like permanently like lock her in place. It'll just be enough that it'll slow her down enough that if Victor wants to run for it, it'll prevent her from being able to immediately attack.
Okay. Do I need to add anything extra to like ensure that I roll high enough, or is it just gonna be good?
Well, so here's where, because she is fairly powerful, this may be a time where you want to burn a tag. It's a guaranteed 7 plus 3, which is a hit, and which is a full success. But it will prevent you from using that that specific tag until you're able to have some downtime.
Okay.
Yeah, if she's, I mean, what Victor was going to do, since he had already tried to punch a hole in the glass, was to try to go through the front window.
So now that it's weekend, you're just basically gonna like not headbutt, but like
Shoulder,
dive.
yeah, like midair shoulder tackle through the window.
Okay.
If anything, to alert the cops.
How about you do that first, and if you don't make it, I'll do this.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna rule that as a risky move. So yeah, take the risk, and then anything that you want to add to it to help you succeed.
Apparently, I already used the one thing I could have, which was engineering, to kind of like find the structural weak point or whatever. But
Oh yeah, you burned that.
I used that
one.
last time. Yeah. I tried clicking on it, but it was red, so I was like, "Oh, that's red."
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, yeah, that was burned in a previous one. Okay, things get messy. So you see what it's gonna take, and you think you can make it through this door in one go, but you will it'll slow you down enough that she will get like a chance to hurt you, or you can hit it once with only like half as much force as needed, and then sort of scramble your way back, and you'd have to try again.
I mean, we're going whole hog. I'm not gonna try to batter and ram back through the water again.
Well, I'm saying you'll be able to. You can either you'll sort of it'll make it easier to get out next time, but you won't be out now, or you can get out now and possibly take damage because she'll try and bite.
We'll possibly take damage. We'll live dangerously.
Okay, Michelle, go ahead and you see her as Victor Cage leaps off this thing shoulder first, flying into the door. You see Delia like catch sight of him and begins to like thrust herself for him to try and catch him by the feet. What do you want to try and do to interrupt her?
I guess I will try being a water spout engulfingness. I've already turned into water, but because I am water, can I use that in my points?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna risk it for the rolling, I guess.
Risk.
I'm not gonna burn the thing. I'm just gonna try and roll real good.
Okay. Yeah. So then do a change.
Button.
I thought you were risking it for the biscuit.
It'll be a change the game, and then it'll.
Not a toe to toe.
If you do change the game, you'll basically be applying a negative to her attack. If you can do 3 or more, you will stop her from being able to deal any damage. If you go toe to toe, it will. Well, okay, I see. Yeah, I guess we could do toe to toe, and you would manage to achieve your goal. However, if you only get 1, she will get a chance to counter. Because go toe to toe, you only get 1 or 2 depending on how high you roll.
Can I include observant in my ups on this one, since I'm like, basically my initial goal was to figure out what she is doing, and now that I've been watching the situation the whole time, I have like a good idea of her movements and how she's striking.
Yes.
All right. Also, I look like I belong because I'm water in water. No, just kidding.
I mean, you do look like you belong. You are water. That is that is a truism.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. Cross your fingers.
Yep, you get to take 2.
We like that. That's a good roll.
Roll.
Okay, so I'm managing to achieve my goal, which is grab this lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, I guess not get smacked by her. Is that the other thing?
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I don't want to get smacked. I just want her to stop moving.
Okay. So you do that. You as a water spout, you're able to spin, creating sort of a backdraft, if you will, in the water. And so just as she's about to like lunge and bite onto the foot of Victor, she gets like yanked back, and then just misses by a few inches. And of course, her first reaction is she does like a 180 and just snaps where you should be if you were physical.
But I'm water.
And you, even though you're water, you still feel this. You still feel like the force of her. It's her hands that are like clawing at you, but they feel incredibly sharp, and they're almost like a crushing force.
Her hands are sharp.
It's her hands that would be doing the biting. It's not her actual teeth. That's how how she manifests. As a note, because you are water, you suffer no damage. Anyone else who fights her in this water will not be able to block or dodge when you go toe to toe.
Ooh.
That's
Okay.
gross. Do we think that maybe Tara would recognize the water spout and see this as an opportunity to get the hell out?
Actually, GM, is there a phone in this office?
There is.
Okay. I pick up the phone and I want to call George Kim. He gave us his card. We have his number.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna call phone a friend.
Okay. As you pick up the phone, you hear a loud smashing of glass from the front room.
I was like, what was that? Oh, yeah, that was me.
I did that.
Vic, like, what happened? Shoulder in the window, like, what happened?
Where'd all this broken glass come from?
Yeah, gonna call George Kim.
Why am I wet?
I'm on the phone. I'm like doing the thing where I'm like,
Looking out the door.
like
After
because it's like chest high water, right?
it's getting even
Yeah.
higher. Yep.
Tara is trying to like lean her head out the door without getting wet or like get sucked into the water on the phone. Like, oh god.
After 2 rings, Mr. Kim picks up.
Does he
Hello.
say hello? Hi, George.
No Square Liquor. Hey, hi. Do I know
Hi.
you?
Yeah,
Did
hi,
you say
George.
liquor,
This is
liquor?
Tara. We met earlier
No Square
tonight.
Liquor.
How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm doing good. Yeah. What's up?
Great. Are you back at your? I mean, you picked up the phone, so you're back at the store. Obviously. Hey, could you just look across the street really quick and tell me if you see my brother's shoulder sticking out of the front of the store? We're over at Sam's.
He like looks and he's like, it takes him a second, like, he's got to move around a little bit. Yeah. Did he just like throw himself out a door or something? He's kind of like standing there brushing himself off.
Cool. Okay, so I'm like, it's not a hallucination. The store is full of water right now. Do you think? And I hate to be in a position here. Do you think maybe you could come help, please?
Yeah, sure. Okay. What's
Awesome.
going on?
Bring something. Do you have a fishing rod by any chance?
No, not in the office.
Okay, just something to like a baseball bat or a pipe, whatever you have laying around would be good. Yeah, cool. We'll see you soon. This is Shark Lady here. Okay, thank you.
He hangs up.
Tara puts the phone down and leaves out the door.
Bring a pipe. There's a shark lady.
I feel like my inclination is to tell Vic, but I also don't want to alert. Is it Delia or Delilah? Dahlia?
I think it's Delia. Like, I spelled it the way it is in the book. I'm
Okay.
not sure if I'm pronouncing it 100% correctly, but I think it's
Okay. Tara doesn't want to say anything because she doesn't want to alert Dahlia.
okay.
It's probably Delia or Delia. It's Delia.
Oh, Delia. Delia. That is Delia.
Delia. Okay.
All right. Tara is literally just gonna stand there, like, wringing her hands. There is nothing she can do right now, and it's killing her.
Okay. So we'll say. So Victor, you are outside. As I mentioned, you're sort of like standing up, like brushing some of the glass off you, looking at the remnants of the door, and you can just see the water in front of you on a little chip bag, like slowly sort of like floats up since it's 90% air.
He just puts his hands on his hips. He's like, son of a bitch, what am I going to do about this now?
Blub 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 blub. I'm water.
You are blub blub.
Water guy.
You can see George Kim from across the street. He starts running up. Just make another person.
Okay.
It's a good thing we have icons now, so you can tell us apart from the other person.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Vic will just kind of turn around and be like, oh, hey, George. How you going?
Hey, your sister called? What the hell is going on?
Yeah, we, apparently we made enough waves that, Honey Lips gal, enforcer came over, and, this is what is happening. And he'll kind of like throw a piece of glass into the water.
He's like, oh, okay. As the two of you are talking, you hear the sound of metal slamming shut, and behind you, you see two of the two gentlemen in white shirts and black suspenders get out of a car.
Rude.
Oh, thank God you boys are here. Maybe you can help us with this. We have a plumbing issue here. If you couldn't tell.
They aren't buying it. She has backup.
No witty retort, at least. Goons these days. Let me play along.
Can Tara see that Vic has made it out of the water?
Yes. While you were on the phone, you were able to see the hole in the door, and Vic's sort of staying on the side, like it's the part of his head was visible.
Okay. Tara is going to lean out the door and say, "Sue, get out of the water! Stop being the water! Get out of the water!"
Blub.
Stop being the water and get out of the water.
I'm not sure if he's gonna do that, because, like, well, I mean, I guess he could do that. But then, the lady's not held in place anymore.
That's okay.
I don't know.
Tara doesn't see Sue materialize and it's like, "Sue, please get out of the water. Stop being the water and get out of the water. Trust me on this."
All right, well, I'm gonna swishy swash my way out of the water and just kind of like, probably not water the size of what Mass Sue would have, but a slightly less amount would just kind of randomly splash out of the like wall of water near probably where Vic is, rather than where Tara is. And I guess there's a puddle over there for a second, and then he realizes, oh, the only other person is Mr. Kim, so that's probably fine. He probably gets what's going on, and he just kind of reforms.
Hey, you're gonna splishy splash out of the water when you are water.
That's part of my my character issues.
That's an issue. You don't know where the water ends and you begin.
Yeah.
Fair
Well,
enough.
I'm imagining Sue is
Dark.
probably fresh water, not... I don't know, Sue might be salty water.
You call me fresh?
He seems
It's
a little
either
salty.
better. I'm either like grumpy or like
He
inappropriate.
seems a little salty.
I mean, he's definitely inappropriate, but he's salty.
Yeah.
Harsha.
No, I think he's more fresh than salty. I think Vic is more salty.
If Sue is out of the water, if my brothers are out of the water and Delia is still in the water, what I would like to do is to take a deep breath, summon all my courage, plunge one hand into the wall of water in front of me, and make it very hot.
Okay, gonna start trying to heat up the water.
Like a very sudden, intense burst of heat into this water.
Okay. Which one are you going to be? What powers are you thinking of using?
So I want to use all of my sun and light related ones because those will produce heat. So that would be light the world, intense heat, and shines brightly, which I know is more of the logos trait.
Yeah, that's more of a personality of like being bubbly and.
Okay, we'll do don't stare into the sun then. So it's all of my sun goddess powers there.
Okay. So that would be. I'm trying to think if we do. I'm guessing. Are you trying to hurt her? You're trying to actually.
I'm
deal
trying
damage?
to boil the ocean, literally.
Okay. Sounds
I do
good.
want to do enough heat damage to harm her.
Okay. Then it would be. I'll say you can go because she was dealing, with Sue, or Sue was dealing with her, I should say, and doesn't know what you're about to do. This is. I'll let you do a hit with all you got.
Okay. And I've got my 3 tags selected, so I'll execute.
Uh, an 11. So you hit her with a status of your choice.
I think
tier
it'd probably be
3.
like scalding or something. I'm not sure how you want to do it, but I am trying to make this water hot enough to do damage. So should that be like, is that get them good or what?
So now, because you have picked, you get, it's a tier 3 ability, and then you get to pick 2 of the other choices.
Okay.
Which 2 would you like?
I'm not sure because I'm not sure what they do. So there's like you take cover or secure a superior position. I guess I should choose that.
And because yes, because you're not in the water, you would be able to, yes.
Okay. I don't know where I would go to take cover or choose a superior position that I already am not. I'm already in a room that she is not.
It just means if you don't pick that, then she will come back and she will bite you, basically.
Okay.
If you were in the
So
water,
I
you
will-
wouldn't be able to pick that because you are still on land and she is a sea predator. You can.
Okay. So I'll check that one. And then there's what is get them good?
It means it +1, so it goes from a tier 3 to a tier 4.
Okay. Control the collateral damage. I don't really care about that. Everybody's out of the water, so I do not care. Hold the target's attention. I don't really want to hold her attention. I don't want her to know that I did this. There's no reason she should know I did this. What is gain the upper hand?
You get a juice, which is something that you could sort of use in the future, as long as it's still along the same lines as what you did. So, I guess sort of the best way to explain it is it's like if you did something and it has a lingering effect, you can keep that juice and then use it at sort of like a later date.
Ooh.
It's just because you get a +1, basically. It's like you're dealing 3 damage and then a +1. You can make that damage, or you can hold on to it and sort of use that as like a token later on, but it still has to be on theme to whatever you're currently doing. So
Okay.
I think it might be in a fight situation like this right now, it might be a little difficult because you're just boiling the water.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling creative enough to know what to do with that juice. So I'm going to go ahead and get them good. Is going to be my other box to check.
Okay.
So yeah, shove my whole hand into the water like Hadouken style and just concentrate all of my sun goddess power into that hand. Superheat the water. I would imagine there's a lot of like sudden bubbling that occurs around my hand. And like a bright burst of light, and then the water is very hot.
Very nice. You can all 3 of you can hear the sounds of pain coming from Delia. So she's not happy with that.
Or has become a murderer.
She's not dead. She's just charbroiled.
Yep.
I want to make a seafood joke so bad, but Tara would never.
And with that, you see a dark shadow sort of like dart past the doorway, and sort of like come back, and like she's outside that door. She knew there were people in here, and the only place that she can't see or could not see at the time. So she knows.
Shut the door.
Okay.
Shut the fucking door. Just like deadpan too. Tara sees the shadow go across and she's like, nope.
Very nice.
Lowers the blinds.
The 2 thugs begin to approach and cracking their knuckles. One of them cracks his knuckles. One of them reaches into his pocket and pulls out a pair of brass knuckles.
Listen, that's really bad for you, by the way. You're going to get early arthritis.
Just sort of like stares at you, and he's like, I'm not worried about old age.
It's a shame, but, you're right about that. You're not going to reach old age if you stick around here.
I'm just gonna pull my sword out. Kaboom.
Kablam!
Like the TV show?
Yeah.
Kablam!
Kablam.
Okay. Yeah, your sword out.
Cool. Just as like, oh, those are cute. Nice knuckles. You ready for this?
Just wave it around.
The other guy, the one that's cracking his knuckles, sees the sword. Okay. Reaches sort of under his armpit and pulls out a pistol.
Really?
He brought a gun to a sword fight! What a bastard! Ugh.
They are approaching.
Oh, you're approaching me?
You're being approached.
Yeah. Well,
Vince will just start calmly walking
Vince?
towards them in this Vic. Vic will like start walking towards them at the same pace they're walking towards him.
Okay. Do you want George to follow?
If he wants, he doesn't want George to get hurt. But
I don't think George is gonna. I feel like George can take care of himself. I didn't call him for fun.
maybe you did.
I called him because I'm stuck in a room and y'all needed a third person. Who has fought the mob before. Just by the way.
And one.
he good at fight.
Mm-hmm. He fought the mob and... No, that doesn't work.
And the liquor won.
Yeah.
Still not.
He runs the liquor store.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's too many
Biako will
syllables.
be okay.
Biako, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, we could all just go over and get a slice right now. This doesn't have to end the way it's going to end.
No, I don't. I don't think the boss would be too happy about that one. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen.
Are you going to tell the boss? Because I'm not going to tell the boss until... Well, he'll find out once he finds you in a trash can, but with the trash can bent around your head. But,
It's your thing, isn't it? It's just putting the baddies in a trash can.
It's where they belong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Well, while all of this banter is happening, I'm gonna call up a storm and shock at least one of them with a lightning bolt.
Okay.
That's the appropriate escalation, I think. Knuckles, sword, gun, storm. Lightning. Laser gun of the sky. It's the laser gun of the sky.
I'll see your gun and raise you to lightning.
Yeah. This is me assuming that I could probably only zap one of them.
Yes. I mean, you can, if you roll higher than a 10,
Oh, that's right.
you can just zap two of them.
I'm gonna zap gunman at the very least. So
Gunman.
storm, cold lightning. Does having my sword out help at all?
I don't see how it would.
Okay. I probably shouldn't use it anyway, right? Because then I can't like attack with it later. Okay. And that's a go toe to do.
Yes, that is a go toe to toe.
Nice.
Boxcars.
Gimme.
Is that what 2 6s is? Boxcars?
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Explain.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Is it because they got wheels?
If you look at them, they line up in the same. Like if you line them both
Yeah.
together, they look like two.
Got wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adorable.
Yep, snake eyes and boxcars.
Mhm.
Okay, which two do you want?
So I can either hit both of them or hit one of them and block, yes?
No, since you... Well... Yeah, I thought you could go...
Said a different thing. Like, that might be a different action. Like, if I'm trying to change the game versus go toe-to-toe.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yes, so you can either hit one of them or you can achieve a goal or block.
Okay.
What goal are you trying to achieve?
I want to zap the hell out of one of the guys to debilitate and maybe not quite kill, but definitely put out of the fight Mr. Gunman.
So you're trying to damage him. You're trying to
just
hurt
attack.
him. Okay, then that would be get them good, giving them a status of tier 2, not achieve a goal.
Oh, okay, then that.
The
Cool.
goal is unconsciousness.
Yeah, the goal is unconsciousness. The goal is punch. With lightning.
Punch with lightning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he just kind of does it sort of almost like idly, passively, while everyone else is being like, look at me, I have a verbal penis, I sound so cool, and I'm gonna kill you before you kill me. And he's just like, zep.
Yeah, as you shoot him, you shock him, and as you do so, you can you can see the slight golden shimmer across his body,
Yes.
and it causes his shot to go wide. So he's got the gun, he points at you, but it's the shock causes his muscles to twitch, and the shots miss you.
Preferred. I did a thing.
You did a thing. You know,
Did it do anything else to him? Or just kind of...
you shocked him. You hurt him. If you hurt him enough, he falls unconscious.
He's got a shocked 1 status.
I'm sorry. All you said was that he didn't hit me, not what happened to him, other than the gold thing. Continue.
For Tara, there is a incredibly strong pounding on the door.
I lock it. The door is locked, the door is shut, the blinds are drawn. Tara is just backing up as far as she can into the corner of the room. Is there anything I can defend myself with in this room? I'd like to look around for a makeshift weapon.
Yeah, you can find. Give me an investigation roll.
Okay. Investigate. I'd like to go ahead and use.
Yeah.
Can I use a tag? Is that okay?
Mhm.
I think I would like to use. I don't have the compact out though, so I don't know if I can use those tags. I've really
You can.
hamstrung. Okay,
You
so
can
I
pull the compact
probably.
out.
Okay, I think I'll do inconspicuous in use. I guess that doesn't really apply. I was thinking in terms of like the thing. I'm trying to find a makeshift weapon, which
Mhm.
would be more inconspicuous, but I don't know. Can I do that?
Well, I think if you want to sort of like investigate, and
Yeah.
basically the question will be, can I find a weapon? And the answer will be yes, and then you will get a +1 temporary weapon. It could be like change the game also allows you to create temporary tags, but you're not necessarily creating anything. You're like searching his office. So if you succeed, then you find the thing that you're looking for. You find this weapon. If you fail, he doesn't have any weapons in here.
I'm just trying to think of how I'm just trying to think of how I could improve my chances of finding a weapon here by using my tags. Could I use by appointment only? I am in a private office. I'm not in our private office, but this is a private office.
I think you ruled last time that doesn't work that way.
Yeah, because it's specifically your enclave, the place that is a magical place for you.
It was worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I think maybe the easiest one here would be shows the truth, just since I am looking for something.
Okay. And also,
So
if you don't get anything, like even if you don't pick anything, it still counts as a 1. So like if you pick no powers, it would still be a 1 to your success if you get it.
I really want to have a good chance of finding something I can defend myself with if it comes to it.
Mm-hmm.
Tara is not a melee character, so she's gonna be pretty useless in a fight that doesn't involve burning someone's eyebrows off. Okay, so I will just use shows the truth for my investigation. She's like doing that thing where she's like just touching every surface, like fuck.
No, unfortunately. You hear a large slam as the doorknob flies through the door. And as you're like looking for it, like you hear it hit the back wall of the office.
It's just like, oh no, help,
Help me.
help.
Unfortunately, there are no windows in there, but at least for Vic standing at the thing, you can see that the shop is completely filled with water, like to the ceiling. And
When it gets around to my turn again, I have a thing I want to do, but I'm waiting.
okay, do your thing if you want.
It is not
Really?
turn
Okay.
based.
Yeah, it's not turn based.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
like
not
I don't want to be
turn-based.
like I do this and then I do this and then I do this. Were you guys playing?
Do it. I feel like I've been that person the last like 3 sessions, so please be that person.
This is only the third session. You couldn't have done that.
All right. Well, Michelle and I had the mini one when we both
Oh,
did a
that's
bunch
right.
of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so having just zapped the hell out of that guy, Cloud's still in play here. I'm gonna zap the water in the shop.
Okay.
With the intent to, I guess, do damage or stun or something the shark.
Okay. Now
So
remember,
she's got scalding status right now. I would imagine an electrocution could also scald. I don't know.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true. Let's build that shit up.
yeah, they're both forms of damage, and it would work. Now I want to remind everyone here that you can also burn a tag if you want the guaranteed 3 power, and there is also the stop holding back, which for a card you can unleash an unfathomable amount of power, do stuff that it borders on the impossible of your powers. So just remember, those things are there. They are basically the first one of burning the single tag is the +3, and the stop holding back just allows you to describe the extreme change that you make. So since it seems like a bit of a dire situation for Tara alone, if anybody wants to use those things, you will at the least you will lose all of the tags that you have on one specific card. So
And that's stop holding back.
that is stop holding back. Worst case level, you die. But I don't think anyone here is going
Cool.
to go for the ultimate sacrifice of their power.
Yeah, that's like your divine intervention sort of move. I don't think that this is the moment.
All right. I don't have a whole lot here to buff that, and I feel like I've already used up all of my luck. That 13 and that 14. So, I guess we'll burn the call lightning tag to do this one. I've never done this before.
You're gonna burn call lightning.
Yeah, to zap the hell out of the water and theoretically the shark in the shop.
Okay. You can do that. It's a guaranteed 10. That's if you rolled a 10 with 3 power. And we'll say that because she is currently focused on the door going after Tara, you can do a hit with all you've got.
What does that mean?
So
I don't want to do that. I don't want to burn the whole card.
no.
Oh, it's not stop holding back. It's hit with all you've got
Oh, okay.
instead of
Okay.
toe to
Oh,
toe.
these things are so confusing.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't like the noise.
Yeah. go ahead and roll. So do the hit with all you've got. Just so we see what it is.
I think I messed it up.
Okay, well, you should be able to I will unburn it.
Oh, that's my start. Okay. So then I go. It doesn't let me burn. There. Here we go. Now it works. It only works after you say it's fine.
Okay. There you go. So that's essentially you can do a tier 3 and you can boost it to a tier 4. If you can either take the cover or she may come after you and attack. You can control collateral. I mean the inside of the store is pretty damaged at this point. So
yeah, it's fucked already. I completely forgot about juice and stuff.
So juice is the thing that like change the game is. It's that extra point that you can apply to something else. So like I want to say like you could sort of like basically like charge so much electricity into your hand and then you just touch the water. So it electrifies everything in the water, deals a tier 3, and your hand is still slightly shocking. So like if you were then on your next turn going to swing your sword, I would let you add that 1 juice to make your sword electrified.
Cool.
So you can either. So yeah, so it's something like that. It's somehow the electricity, the thing you're doing, has some kind of lingering effect that you can then use going forward to the same effect.
Okay.
Or maybe the puddles around you are electrified, and if someone steps in one, they'll take a bit of damage.
That's cool.
But she will be able to come for a counterattack.
Yeah, unless I hit you can't do that.
Unless you do that one.
It won't let me click it.
Well, because you only get 2, so you have to pick.
Oh, I can't read. I thought it said choose 3. It just says 3 period choose.
Yeah, tier 3 damage. Choose 2.
Yeah. You said something about I could push it to tier 4. How do I do that?
That's the get them good or get many of them. The one you have selected, the second one, get them good, pushes it from tier 3 to tier 4.
Okay. So this happened. This is definitely happening. I don't have to click the thing that happens, right? I wish all of these card thingies were the same.
So because you did hit with all you've got, it is a guaranteed tier 3 damage.
I just wish that things were a little bit more samey, so that way I would get less confused. So I am doing the hit. I am taking cover so they don't hit me back, and I'm gonna take a juice.
So you want to hit Delilah with the tier 3 damage?
No, I'm gonna do that instead. No juice.
Tier 4. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Decided. Thanks for bearing with me on the journey.
Okay. The 2 4s, the way damage works in this game, the 2 4s stack and put her to a tier 5.
And how that math works?
Explain how it works?
Yes, because when I did damage before, it went to 4.
Yeah. So the way the damage in this game works is every number. So it's a 1 through whatever scale, 6 for you all as players. If you get hit with a 1, you take 1 point of damage. If you then get hit with something that is equal to another 1, they become 2. They go up 1 tier. If you get hit something with anything higher than that first 1, it jumps to that number. So if you were at 1 and you got hit with a 3, you jump straight to 3. From there, again, if you hit with another 3, now the 2 3s combine and it takes you to a tier 4. If the opposite, you were hit with something weaker, you were at 3 and you were hit with something that is a 1, it would take you to 3.1. There are 2 pips between, right?
Your face is how I feel about this too.
So basically it's like, think of like 6 levels of damage, and between each level is a slightly larger gap. So if you got hit with a level 6 ability from the go, you're dead. Just flat out, you're dead. But if you get hit with anything, like, they don't want to make it so that if you're at 5, like you're almost dead, like someone hits you with like a rocket launcher, and then someone just throws a pebble at you, it's not going to kill you because 5 plus the 1 won't take you to 6. It does a little bit of damage. But if someone hits you with a rock and puts you at 1 and then hits you with a rocket launcher, the pebble is the least of your worries. It takes you to 5. So does that sort of make sense? Like I still
don't really understand how it became 5.
Okay, so you have, let me see if I can do.
I don't know. I don't know what I expected. That's the problem. I didn't know what it was gonna be. I was like, do all the points get added up, or is it like, I'm not sure what I expected it to be. I don't really understand how the damage system works very well. I understand basically how it works, or at least I thought I did, and I'm realizing that I don't understand how the damage system works.
Yeah, I thought it just, like, depending on your successes, it stacked up conditions or whatever. Or conditions, is a condition KO different than, like, a damage KO?
So, yeah, there is a damage KO. So, in this case, so that you have the first, say this is sort of the way the health card is written out. So if you get hit with a 1, it takes up this first box. Can you guys see the boxes that I drew? Like, does that show to everybody?
I see what you're drawing here. Yeah.
Okay. So the first box is 1 point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
The second box is 2 points of damage. So 1 and 1 will make 2, right? If you get hit with 2 and 2, there's this little tiny box here. So it would be this one gets filled up, and then it takes you to this one. So that's why 2 and 2 make 3. If you got hit with a double 3, 3 is here, you're at this third box.
And so it's kind of like to tick over to the next, like, milestone, quote unquote, of damage, you have to do progressively more damage.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's like, in order to get 3, you don't just hit 1 more. It's like you need to cross that new threshold of technically 4 damage to get to the third level of, let's just say, exhaustion or whatever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So yeah, so it's always, if the first damage you take is always, or the highest damage always becomes where you're at currently. So if you got hit with a rock and then like a rocket launcher, the rocket launcher takes over. That's the highest level damage. But if that rocket launcher puts you here at, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4. If you were here at this like fourth block.
If you boiled a shark lady in her own magical water and put her at 4.
Yeah, you put her at 4. She's right here.
Okay.
Now you have to deal 1, 2, 3 damage
mm-hmm.
to get to the next pip. So that's where a 4 that she's at currently plus the next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, puts her at damage 5. If Michelle had only done the tier 3 without the +1, it would have been this part that would have been filled in, and then this one would still be empty. So she'd be at 3, or she'd be at 4 with these 3 pips filled in, and this one wouldn't quite be there. But another 1 point of damage, you could flicker in the nose, and it would be enough. As long as it did 1 tier of damage, it would then be the 1 pip, and it would tick her over into the 5th box.
Okay.
That
is how this damage system works, and that is all I will say on stream. I'll talk about my feelings on this damage system after the session.
Okay.
I feel like I need to start taking notes so we can do a shoot the shit show on how I feel about this system.
I mean, I think it's kind of interesting because it's like a couple, like someone hits with a 3, someone hits with another 3, it brings you to a 4. But if you then get hit with another 3, it's not enough to then instantly boost you to a 5.
You still have to do a bunch of like teeny tiny damage at the very end of this boss battle because you can't hit her with 5.
I mean, you could.
By burning a card, I guess.
Well, if you had something that had 5, if you used 5 tags, if you had built your character in a way that you were a massive damage dealer, and you had you had 5 or 6 tags that you could burn, they do give an example in the game of he's some former boxer that looks like a crocodile now, like the Croc from Batman. When he does a full attack, he has 12 tags to his attack.
That is wild.
Yeah, but that's all he does. That's all the character is made to do. He is a bruiser. And a couple things, and I think the remaining stuff would be for like defensive. So he has like 2 or 3 defensive things. So yeah, if you build your character for that, if someone had decided to make their character all damage and you had 5 tags, theoretically you could knock someone out real fast.
Yeah, Tara's not knocking anyone out. She's an investigative character.
You mean I could have done that all along? I thought we had to build a balanced character to do investigations and shit.
Build your character however you want.
I was hoodwinked.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know why they just didn't give us hit points.
I could have been Solomon Grundy here, Philip. I could have been Solomon Grundy Smash.
You could have.
Cinnamon Grawley Want Pants too. Just show up and have one of these dudes be like, make me. And he just go, Grundy Smash. Hit him with the fucking cartoon Kablowy uppercut that sends him into the stratosphere.
Heck yeah, it's kapow. All right, Philip, thank you. Thank you for explaining the damage system. I understand what we need to do with it now. Why isn't it just HP?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess because how does a punch equate to a lightning strike? It's one tick of damage. Each card is 1 tick, so they can't make it like, oh, well, this is a lightning strike. It does more damage than your pistol or your punch does. It's like, well, then that means my punching character isn't as powerful. It's like, no, they're all just tags. So sorry, I bumped Mike again. Any tag is 1, and as soon as you get high enough, so like if you fought somebody who had was able to add 6 tags to their punch, they would, if they hit you full power, you're dead. 1 shot.
Terrible.
Doesn't matter what kind of there's no way to build up your HP. Okay. The Underworld Enforcer is going to try and brass knuckle the Vic. I need you to give me a face the danger. It's going for a broken arm 3.
He's going for a what?
She's gonna try and rough you up and maybe try and break your arm. Status of 3 damage.
As he goes to swing on he's swinging, right, or whatever.
Yeah, he's punching. Yeah, he's punching and swinging.
I'll do a click of the flame shield, and as he swings, Vic will start to swell up a little bit and become more monstrous. His little flame aura.
Okay.
Trying to take some of that damage.
Oh, you are still bruised from your last fight, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Bruised.
Okay. So, congratulations. You're able to deflect part of it, but unfortunately, he still gets you with a 2 tier, and you gain some attention. That was a 2, so you just go. You are bruised 2. And the other guy tries to check his gun, make sure it's not jammed or anything. He shakes off the the jitters of the muscle. What am I trying to say? Just sort of like tries to like shake off the effects of the shock.
What happened to the shark lady, by the way?
Sorry,
You
I
know what-
interrupted you with the damage thing.
Yeah, you electrocuted her. You dealt damage to her.
Okay, like what's she doing now?
She's inside the back of the shop. So if you want to jump back in and into the water, you can go and find out. Otherwise, she's somewhere inside this shop. Because you electrified the whole water, you know you're pretty sure you got her, but you heard her make noises from the damage. Yeah.
Did the banging on the door stop?
After the doorknob got kicked in, yeah, that's the last thing that Tara has heard.
Okay. Yeah.
I like your underwater voice.
My parents keep texting me. Sorry, one sec. Somebody else do a thing.
I'll try to swing back on this thug.
Okay. Go toe to toe.
I'm gonna use the old burn knuckle and let some of my rage through. Pretty much just gonna make it a straight roll with his -2 bruise.
Mm-hmm. 9. Yeah. So you can either impose a tier 1 status, which, yeah. But don't forget, like the other guy, when he was hit with lightning, his skin flashed with that golden hue, that golden sheen
Mm.
that protects them.
And that's a -1, isn't it? It's like their buff.
Yep, it'll be a -1 to damage. It would be -2 if it was mundane, but since you have burning fists.
I guess I'll just block their retaliation.
Okay.
He'll kind of like get in there and like hit him like in the jaw, and if the guy like tries to swing again, Vic will like wrap his arm up so he can't take a swing real quick.
Okay.
Then like we'll say like headbutts him and push them away.
Sounds good. So yeah, you sort of get locked in a little bit of a tussle with the one bruiser. George Kim will try and attack the other guy, the one that had pulled the pistol the first time. Yeah. Okay. He's gonna go, and he basically does some taekwondo, and is able to knock the guy prone.
Nice.
Kiop.
Kiop.
So yeah, the second one, the one that was electrocuted, has been flipped over and is laying on the ground. Right,
Stay down.
stay down. Laying on his back, kind of like wind's knocked out of him. The bruiser on his back lines up a shot. He's gonna try and shoot somebody.
Don't. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna run over and kick him.
Kick him.
I'm not gonna run over and kick him. I don't have a kick ability. How do you kick somebody?
Go toe to
With your
toe.
foot. Literally.
Yeah, but like, I don't have. I guess you just at that point you don't get any extra like pluses. Just roll regular, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is he near puddles at all? Like it was raining
Yeah.
and stuff everywhere, right?
Yep, he's near a puddle.
Okay. Cool. Then I'm gonna travel through the water and go over there and try and take his gun away from them. How about that? That way I can like spook surprise him and grab his gun before he realizes I'm close.
Okay. Yep, go toe to toe, and you can achieve your goal. Take something they hold. Take away his pistol.
Cool. Go toe to toe. Travel between bodies of water. I guess I have to turn into water to do that. That's really all I have, I think. Yay, 10.
Okay. You get pick 2.
I managed to achieve my goal. All right. So just for funsies, I'm going to take his gun and punch him in the head. Can I do that?
Yeah. You're just gonna straight punch him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I do have my
Whip him
sword
with
out,
the gun.
technically.
Why don't you pistol whip him?
I could like hilt bonk him. Or I
Pistol
could chop
whip.
his head off.
Ooh, I like that. It's very poetic. You're like, I brought a sword to this sword fight.
Ooh, yeah. I take your gun. I punch you with the sword.
Yeah. You can do that. You can hit him with the hilt of the sword, yeah.
Okay. I do that.
Okay. So yeah, you roll over, and as you're grabbing for the gun, you're trying to like grab for the gun, you punch him, and just before you're able to pull the gun away from him, it goes off. Face the danger.
Okay. I'm okay.
It's counterattack.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, should it be the gun that goes off since my goal was to take it away? But whatever. How do I do that?
Face the danger.
Yeah, I got it.
And then anything you want to use.
Do I? Huh?
And then any tags you want to use with it.
Yeah. Am I water still?
You turn into water and travel between bodies of water, yes.
I sure did. Water.
Well, you can't use the same tag in your defense that you use in your offense.
Even though it's a different thingy?
What do you mean? If it's a different tag, you can use it. It's just you can't use in connected tags. When you attack, you can't use the same attack to use as your defense.
Okay.
Can't use the word in a sentence to define it.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use observant. Because if I notice that the gun's going off, maybe I can not get shot. Can I use intimidating? Because he's probably like freaking out that I was just suddenly there when I wasn't before.
Yeah, I'll let you use intimidating.
All right.
I don't know. I think you can use observant here, but I'm gonna have to probably limit since it's just a broad tag that this might be the end of its use, sort of, unless it's something that is more just specifically like investigative type.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you take no damage.
Good. Say idiot and punch him in the head. That's when the punch happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, "Oi, Ponce!"
Yeah, so you manage to get the gun away from him and punch him with the hilt of the sword. What is your sword?
What do you mean?
Like your sword, the it's a sword, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's I think it's a wind sword. So it's something that I can summon, but it's not necessarily like a relic.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of clock him with the hilt, and where you hit him just glows completely gold.
Cool. That's me. Next.
Me, what's happening in the back hall?
Do you want to open the door, peek out a little bit?
I want to look through the hole where the doorknob was.
Okay. Looking in, you can see, or looking out, I should say, you still see the water around you, but you can hear, you can start to hear something like flowing water. And if you sort of like get really low and try and look up as high as you can tell that the top of the water seems to be receding.
Okay. I'm gonna hold tight right now. I am gonna pick up the phone again though and dial the local law enforcement. Tara is now convinced that she's gonna get in trouble no matter what because they've destroyed a neighborhood convenience store and there's no way she's gonna be able to pretend like she didn't. Daddy will save her. So, gonna go ahead and hello, was there 911 in 1940?
Yeah, there's definitely
All right.
the police 100% exists.
911.
You get a
Please put me through to the constable.
Please patch me through to the constabulatory.
Yeah, the phone picks up and it says Officer Kamansky, precinct 23, how can I help you?
Hey, Officer Kamansky. My name is Tara. I'm over at Sam's convenience store in Miller Square. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I know the place. What's up?
Yeah, totally. There was just a murder. I mean, suicide here. You know, you guys were just here. Could you come back, please?
What seems to be your emergency, ma'am?
She's like, okay, so there's a little bit of a situation going on here. There is a very angry person who is trying to kill me, I think. And my siblings are also here, and there seem to be some ruffians out front of the store threatening the neighborhood. And I could really use some backup right now. Help, I'm trapped in this room. Please come.
Yes, sure. Ruffians?
Ruffians in white
Thugs.
shirts.
Okay. Yes.
The diving quicksand.
We can do that. I'll be out as soon as we can. I'll get a car to you fast as we can.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes, just sit tight. If there's anything you need, call back. They will be on their way. It should only be a few minutes.
Thank you. And she's like, haha, sit tight. Sit tight, he said. Hangs up the phone. And she's just like, sit tight.
He said sit tight.
Yeah. She is this like a grain of sand from being hysterical. She's like, I really stepped in it.
You from what you know, you can open the door. Like the water won't rush in.
That is one less barrier between Tara and Shark Lady, and she's not gonna do that. Door is still gonna be shut. I want her to have to open the door.
And get on the floor. So there is no water no more.
Yep.
Okay.
There was 3 negatives, so it was 1 negative.
I gotcha.
Not water.
Tara will, in fact, sit tight.
Okay. The rest of you?
I just punched a guy.
You did?
After he tried to shoot me again.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still aware of existence? Conscious?
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes, both of the enforcers are conscious.
All right. I'm gonna just take my sword and like under the neck it and be like, call off your friend.
You gonna try and threaten him?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a convince.
Okay.
Is there? I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it would translate well to helping Sue.
Okay.
Just kind of like drive home the point that like this isn't a fight they can win. Vic is going to like seemingly like it seems like Vic is like completely just becomes like an inferno for a second. Like his body just looks like it's pretty much burning down to cinders. But then the ash kind of like clears away, and I'm going to use healing touch and triage to try to clear the two bruised effects I have.
Okay. Yep.
Just to pretty much be like, look, you just hit me, and now nothing happened. This isn't a fight you're going to win.
Yeah, sure. You can definitely.
I will burn myself down to the wick, and then build a new candle out of myself.
rising from the ashes like a phoenix.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it. That would be change the game. Okay. So I'm guessing you're going to reduce a status 1 point per juice.
Yep.
Okay. You are no longer bruised.
Nice.
So yeah,
You
like
did it.
for a sec, like the thug was like, hey, I could go with this guy, and then he like kind of like throws his head back, like, he just seems like he's gonna like turn into charcoal briquette pretty much, and then the ash just kind of like sloughs off, and he just looks fine.
I like it. I like it. Very cool.
I like the just washed his face, glassy look on his skin, like
He still looks like he still looks like a burning like Oni, but the big dent in the side of his face that it was fucking thrown there before is gone now.
Very cool. The two of you outside, and I guess George Kim too, would notice that the water isn't at the ceiling of the store anymore. It's only maybe 6 or 7 feet high.
I have the distinct feeling that Delia has exited the building, but I don't know how I would figure that out.
The one guy that's prone on the ground fumbles through his pockets and pulls out a pair of brass knuckles.
Not how many pairs of brass knuckles does this guy have?
I'm right there, and I'm holding a sword to his neck. Remember?
Oh, yep. Then before that, okay. How would you like to threaten him?
I'm good. Intimidate. I'm going to have the sword. Could I do like a street cred thing? Like,
How do you think your street cred would play into this?
so like, I'm not known. Not like super known, but I'm not known. And sort of like a he does what he says sort of situation. So if I'm sitting here going, I'm gonna end you if you don't call your friend off, then that's what I'm gonna do. It's known.
Okay.
Okay. I will convince, I hope. 12. What's up? Do I need it to be higher to...
The higher, the more convincing it is.
Yeah, but like he's got that gold thing going on, right? So it has to be a certain amount for it to even...
So yeah, I'll say he is not convinced. He is willing to, and you were going after the one that you had shocked and was knocked prone.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not convinced. He basically says, like, there's nothing you can do to touch us. I am not worried.
Us or you?
He says us. We are a family and we stick together.
All right, Fazoli's.
Aw.
My family's cooler, and I chop his head off. Just kidding.
Yeah. So he says no, and you slice at him. And where you cut, is... Oh, actually, it's only reduced by 1. Yep. Yep, because your wind sword itself is magical. I'm guessing the blade is magical, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the gold shines under, but he's not. He thinks he can withstand it. He will not relent.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bear down and see if I can actually do some damage. How do?
Go toe to toe.
All right.
Like that's if you're trying to attack him, yeah.
All right. Sword. Other sword. Can I still be intimidating? Probably not.
I'm not sure.
All right, that's fine. I'll throw the 2 on and then try.
The reason I say that is because it's a different ability. You're being intimidating for a different reason.
Yeah.
Like you're being like aggressive type of intimidating rather than like menacing. So yeah, it's a different tag, and you haven't used it before on this person. So yes, I will say that's fine.
Okay.
But you are damaged.
Harsh.
It's how it works.
Harsh. Okay. I'm gonna do my goal. Is that...
What are you trying to take or prevent them from doing?
Oh, I'm trying to initially to intimidate and convince him. That didn't work. So now I'm either trying to do damage or to then intimidate. Like which one can I get away with?
So the second one is the damage. That's giving the status is the damage.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like intimidating, it doesn't. Like he's not intimidated.
Gotcha. Then yeah, going through with the choppy chops, and also I'm gonna avoid any nonsense he throws back at me.
Okay. You fight at him, and he tries to swing on you, but due to the fact that he is still on his back, he's not able to land anything.
And water level wise in the store.
It's probably down about head height now. It's maybe 6 feet, 5 feet.
Okay.
You can easily see that through the hole in the door.
Okay. Tara is going to very cautiously open the door and try and see what's happening in the water a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah. You can sort of you're not going to put your head in the water at all?
Not yet. Can I see anything going on in my limited window of view?
It's hard to see anything under the water, but you don't see any like ripples or movement of the water. It just sort of appears to be slowly evaporating.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll stick my head in the water and see if I can see where Delia is.
Sure. Yeah, you can see near sort of at like the beginning of the hallway, just before where the door would be, still part of like the big store. You see her just sort of laying on the bottom of the floor, just sort of like half on her side, half on her back. Sort of
She's
leaned
pretty
up
still.
Yep.
Okay. Tara like pulls her head back out and is just like, okay, all right, Shark Lady's on the floor. Seems in pretty bad shape. I did boil the Shark Lady, so I'm gonna have to come to terms with that and talk about it at counseling next week. But I stick my head back in the water. I want to see how far away I am from the back door.
Only a couple feet, 6 feet,
Couple
maybe.
feet. Okay. So, I'm gonna pull my head back out, reason with myself that my hair is already wet, so I might as well go all the way in and make a break for the back door.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to. Since it's an internal door, it would be locked from the outside, but you are able to make your way out, and you are in an alleyway behind the one-stop shop.
Sopping wet.
Sopping wet.
So I do shut the back door again. I'm shutting the door. Like, nope, that's done. I wanna make my way around the edge of the building, not necessarily in sight of what's going on up front, but I want to be able to come around and see if I can scope out what's going on.
Okay. Yep.
Without being seen.
It'll take you a minute, to sort of get your bearings on which direction is the front of the building and whatnot. But yeah, you'll make your way over near the front.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I guess George Kim's gonna try and attack the one that
Yeah, George Kim, get on with it. Come on.
he'll attack as well. Where is it?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he'll attack the one that you have knocked prone, and he will try and dislocate his arm. But he doesn't really have things, so yeah. He manages to dislocate the one who you have knocked prone. Oh, I've been clicking the wrong button. I want that there. I want that there. Yep. Once he does that, trips up high enough. He the thug basically is like, I give, I'm done, I'm out.
Thanks,
Sort
George
of
Kim.
trying to hold his shoulder that's in incredible pain right now.
So we've effectively waylaid the waylayers.
You've knocked one of them. One of them is out. The other one with the original brass knuckles, it's gonna swing on Vic, I guess. No one's touched him. Well, Vic tried, but he was able to withstand and overpower. So yeah, he's gonna try and rough up Vic again. Give me a. Actually, seeing as the two of you are fighting his friend, he'll try and push away from Vic and go after Sue. So.
Can I
Yeah,
try to stop him?
Yeah, you want to throw yourself in front of it?
I'm going to use.
Well, it's his attack. So if you want to try and throw yourself in front of it, you can face danger.
Then yeah.
And that's just you. That's just you defending yourself from the attack. This isn't your turn.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, give me a face danger against a damage of 3.
I didn't press anything. So I didn't burn these. So could I use flame shield again here?
Yeah, as a defensive thing, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I guess as he tries to like disengage, Vic will like try to like bob back in front of him, and he'll like sweep his arm out in front of him to create like like just a heat wave, pretty much, to try to stop him in his tracks.
Okay.
So if I would, because fire, could I use flash of light and flame shield for that?
Those two things for your defense, yeah. You're trying to blind him as well, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like, like going this way is a bad idea. It is hot and bright and ow.
Yes.
Hot and bright and ow.
Hot and bright and ow. Michelle.
Ears and ears.
Ears and ears.
Okay. So your well, yeah. So your flame shield and flash of light. Well, should I? Yeah, we'll go with it. So you're able to prevent one of the damages, but your monstrous form starts to show as you are purposely throwing yourself in front of danger, and so you take a plus. You get hit with 2 damage. Wait,
Good thing you did that triage earlier.
Okay. Yeah. What would Victor like to do in response to him? Anything?
Yeah, he's gonna try to. See, I'm not sure how like incapacitation would work, because Vic is pretty much gonna wind up as like a distraction, and use terrain manipulation to heat up the blacktop underneath, and then hit the guy as like with like an overhead swing to try to push him down into the blacktop to get him stuck.
Okay, so you're not gonna try and hurt him. You're gonna try and stop his movement.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, if you get 1 success, that'll achieve your goal of stopping his movement, so he can't run away. So that's a go toe to toe.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So I'll achieve my goal of stopping him.
And probably block the damage.
Yeah, so he'll pretty much he'll push him down into the hot blacktop.
I like.
And then juke back out of his way. So when he tries to swing, he's like, well, my feet are stuck. I can't exactly swing past 3 feet.
Sounds good. As you do that, you all can hear the sound of lights and sirens. Oh, okay. You can hear the effects of sirens. You can't hear the effects of light. But
I hear the lights coming.
Yeah, you can hear the sirens of the cop cars as they're getting pretty close.
Kara comes around the corner and she's like, "Hey, sorry, did call the cops."
Should we try to leave then, or?
Tara's gonna look at George Kim and be like, "Should we go?"
I don't know. That might be a good idea. He sees the one guy restrained and the other guy like basically just holding his shoulder. And he's like, you deal with this however you want. That's good. I wasn't here. And hauls ass
Great
back
idea.
across the street.
Thanks for your help, George. Never saw you.
So you can, if you want to run, you have enough time. With the guy sort of restrained, he can't follow after.
Yeah.
But
Tara is walking up to Sue and Vic, like taking her shoes off as she goes. She's like, "We have to go. We have to go now."
But the other option is you can stay for the cops if there's something you want to try and do or understand with Delia.
Tara would be terrified at this point of being a criminal and having to go downtown and like be arrested. So she's going to be doing her best to like flee the scene unless one of these boys can convince her to stay.
Betty, hop in the car, Miss Tara. Let's go.
Thank you so much. Oh my god, can we just go back to the office?
Vic will,
What we do with
Sh-
these
sh-
bitches?
they're staying right.
Tara looks at them and she's like, Tara looks down at them, like literally down her nose at them, and she's like, I think you did okay. I think they're fine where they are. We could just leave them.
Okay.
Yeah, Vic will shake off the flames, the visage.
Tara's like drying herself off. She's just like doing a little woosah, but also trying to like dry her hair a little bit. It is very frizzy.
Yeah, we're gonna steal the goon's car.
Oh yeah, they
Assume-
did come in a
assume-
car.
Assuming the keys are still in it, but based on last time, they didn't take the keys out of the car.
Yeah, you're able to, or you can rifle through one of their pockets. But yeah, you can find the keys and steal the car.
Yeah, just avoid public transit. Just go.
Okay.
Would we look getting on public transit at this point? Like, what kind of rogues gallery must we look like? Like, everyone's
just wet and beat up. I don't know.
like ash falling off of Vic. Sue is half water, half man.
Okay. I have jumped us to your office. It doesn't look like the two of you have moved over yet. I tried preloading the scene. I guess it wasn't enough yet.
It's I still see Delia's little card on my screen. Not her face, just her status. So I think it might just be loading, and I don't see the office yet.
Okay.
I know. I remember last time we moved locations, it took a little while to load. Oh, everybody's loading up. Okay.
Yeah. So you all get back to the office. What do you do with the car?
I eat it.
No.
I turn into water and I sit on it for a while I'm still salty, and I turn it into a rusty nothing, and then we can just punch it into dust.
I like the
Still no?
creativity. I like the creativity.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
say
probably
no.
gonna take a while.
But we're gods.
But we're gods. There's a wrecker in town, probably, right?
What do you mean? Like a junkyard where you could trash it?
Yeah.
Yes,
Couldn't we just park it a few blocks away and walk?
I guess. Try and make some money here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of metal in old cars.
Yeah.
yeah, you could. You think you know somebody that is in that line of work? Because I mean, this is not an old or beat up car that they would know that they are destroying someone's fairly nice vehicle.
Listen, this is like the 50s. Titles and things were weird back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
VIN numbers weren't exactly a huge thing yet.
It's still, I mean, it's someone you think might still be within the criminal organization that is willing to, chop shop this for you.
I mean, it's either that or I just get a knife and pop all four tires and leave it on a back road. Leave it on a back street.
Either one. Either one. Whichever one you want.
Yeah, we'll just go with that because the other one takes a bunch of extra steps, and I'm not sure Tara would be like, "What? We don't need money. Why are you doing this?"
Basically, she's like, "Why are you doing this?"
Yeah, so Vic will just, when they get close, or he'll drop them off, and then like drive around to like the next neighborhood over.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. What a good bro.
He'll let all the air out of the tire, all 4 tires, and just go. He'll throw the keys down a storm drain.
Sounds good.
Wait.
Okay.
Rifle to the glove box real quick. See if there's anything.
You find a sap. Just some
A what?
Like a
sap.
blackjack.
Stop.
It's like a little sack with lead in it that you hit somebody in the back of the head to try and knock them out with.
Oh.
Did you want to try and do an investigation on it? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's investigate the car.
It wasn't, but now it is.
Well, I mean, once you said you're, going through the glove box.
I just my inherent D&D instinct is there's got to be at least a pack of bubble gum in here.
Oh, are you looting? Are you looting the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't looted any of the people that you fought so far, so I mean.
Loot the car.
Yeah, we'll rifle through the car.
So as we were leaving, there was no trace of Shark Lady, by the way.
She was unconscious in the store. She was pretty much laying unconscious on the middle of the floor.
Yep.
Did I zap her hard enough to knock her out?
Yep. The two.
She had a status of 5.
Yep.
Sweet ass. You're
So
welcome.
teamwork did in fact make the dream work.
Yep.
Ayos.
2 4s bumped to 5.
What'd you find?
Nothing.
You find an open switchblade.
Snakes come out of the glove compartment.
So we just left her? We didn't try and take her and hostage and question her or anything?
Did you want to take the shark lady hostage out of the water she was in? The 6 feet of water?
I mean, I don't know.
The cops are there now. Tara
Yeah.
was like, cops
Yeah,
are here,
it's
it's their
like-
job, bye.
Yeah. I guess it's better to run quickly than try and get the lady and, get maybe... What are you doing there? Don't kidnap that woman with gill neck.
Essentially was the thought process. Tara was like, all right, the
Gotta
actual law enforcement is coming. Vigilante justice needs to end. We have to go home. Dad's gonna be mad.
Dad's gonna be mad about vigilante justice.
Daddy won't give me my allowance if I misbehave.
Atihi.
Did you not want to use any tags with your investigate, Victor?
I don't think any of those tags really apply.
GM is making a face like he disagrees.
No, I guess.
Yeah, none of these are really applicable here.
Do you know how stuff works?
They have engineering, but
Yeah.
I already burnt that tag.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Stop
I got
burning your
burnt.
tags.
It's
Says
good
the
though. We
person
love
who
a
just
little
burned a
risk.
tag.
We love a little risk.
I was ready to burn a card if Shark Lady was coming at me. So I was
yes.
gonna have to induce 5 status in some way. So
Yes, after that doorknob came off, if nobody tried to stop her, she was definitely coming in for you.
it was gonna get a little
You're
desperate.
Sharky.
I did.
Honestly,
Don't
wouldn't have
be
been
on my
able to
sister.
do anything because she was a status of 4. I wouldn't have been able to do enough damage. So good thing Michelle came in and did that.
Mm-hmm.
Leave my big sister alone.
I want to think that Sue uses that voice and Tara hates it. She's like, "Oh, stop!"
Okay. So you rifle through the glove box and the thing, and basically all you find is an open switchblade with with your hand.
When you open the glove box, does some dust come out? Like,
No, you just open the glove box. You're like, "What's in here?" And you reach around. And you just, that was a knife.
Who puts an open fucking switchblade in goddamn animals?
they're really bad thugs. Yeah, who raised them?
Okay, so this is at the point in the game called downtime.
Yeah.
So this
we're at our enclave.
Enclave, yeah.
Enclave?
When your crew decides to take a break
Her.
from the investigation or action, it's called downtime. Your character may want to take some time off to recover, prepare and focus on their personal lives before getting back to the case. This happens between scenes. Just like in a movie, we can fast forward a few hours, days, or even weeks that pass while the characters are pursuing other goals or living their lives. You can imagine this is part of like a montage, a rapid series of shots depicting the characters' activities without going into detail. You can't use any core moves. Instead, you choose one of the 5 options, and I believe your characters all have there's the core moves, and then there is special moves. If you look on your tags, and the first one should be downtime, and you can we'll sort of go. Someone goes first, whoever that wants to be. When you execute said downtime, you can choose whichever way you wish to spend. So, who would like to go first?
So sorry, what do we achieve with downtime?
So once you activate it, it'll show you what your options are. If you want to be the first, you'd be the guinea pig. You just hit execute downtime.
Okay, I don't have to add any tags or anything?
Nope.
Okay, so give attention to one of your logos, tell everyone at the table how you do it, and mark attention. Work the case, tell everyone at the table how you do it, and gain 3 clues. Explore your mythos, tell everyone at the table which mystery you explore and how you do it. Prepare for your next activity, tell everyone at the table how you prepare. Recover from your last activity for each ongoing status still affecting you. Okay, I don't need to worry about that because I don't think Tara had any statuses. Yeah, so she's good. So I'm thinking probably Tara is a workaholic, so she would most likely either work the case or prepare for the next activity. I think coming out of Miller's Square, she's got a lot of information, so I'm going to just dive in and say work the case.
Okay.
As soon as we get back to the office, Tara goes, has a shower, changes her clothes, first things first. And then as she's like drying her hair and everything, she sits down at her desk and turns on the radio to listen and see if there's any news about what happened in Miller's Square. While she's doing that, she'll compile, in her little notebook, everything that happened. And she is... I've still got the ledger as well, so I want to take that out, and she'll probably go through that just looking for any discrepancies or something. Yeah, go over all of her little pieces of evidence, all that happened, make notes, listen to the radio.
Okay. So you get 3 clues, so you get to ask basically 3 questions. I will say for one of them, the radio, you listen to the radio, the news, you sort of switch channels between the different news broadcasts, listen to what's going on. You do notice that there is a lack of story about the fight that happened at Miller's Square tonight, this afternoon, how you want to look at it. So that is something. So that event was not reported in the news.
Interesting, because we know the police arrived.
Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. I think also as part of this sort of like evidence and follow-up, is our downtime like a day, or is it just...
It can be for as long as you all want it to be. If you want it to take longer, don't want it to take too long. Like, I don't know if... So from the first day, or I should say the first stop, one guy's in the hospital from being attacked. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go see him, like if that's something you want to do as one of your downtime activities, you couldn't wait too long. But if you wanted to do something else, it may take some more time, like Sam Saddle's funeral. Since he only died a day or two ago, his funeral won't be for another few days. So if someone wanted to be like, oh, I want to go to the funeral, then you're looking at a longer span of time. Right. So depending on, so you sort of want to work with each other on this part, sort of decide, maybe if you just want it to be like a day or two, then that could work. What you do during the next 2 days.
Okay. That's good then. So it's not like it's not like, oh, you have a 24-hour downtime period.
Correct. You could have 1 hour of downtime.
Okay. So I was hoping it would be a little more than an hour of downtime. We're home late. Like we've gotten home very late. So I imagine Tara spends the rest of the night doing all of her sort of like decomposition of what has happened. And then probably the next day is going to call George and get him to fill her in on what happened after they left. She's gonna, hi, we fled the scene shortly after you did, but you know, she wants to see. Did you notice anything happen with when the cops arrived?
Yeah. Two officers showed up, and they went in. You know, they grabbed the two guys. One of them was stuck in the ground a little bit. They weren't sure about that one.
Weird.
But they took his shoes off and he came out. Yeah, and then they dragged a woman from the place and put her in a like it was a what you call it. The two guys went into so the cop car showed up, sorry, and then they brought in like another like van type, what used to be called the junk tank or whatever, so it's like can hold more than the one person in the back seat.
The paddy wagon.
Yeah, that's what they used to call it. They can't call it that anymore because that's racist.
Yeah,
but
it's bad.
Yeah, so they basically got the truck, and the three of them were put there, and they drove off.
Okay. So thank you so much, George. Hope business is great today. Bye.
Yeah, thanks. Sure. Bye.
Okay. Great. All right. So I need 3. I'm gonna look for 3 clues. Was that one of my clues? Is that one of my wishes, Jeannie?
So, the cops showed up, and the one clue was on the radio specifically. There was no mention of what happened.
Okay. So that's one of my clues.
That one will count. That'll be one of your clues because that was the radio specific. So, and I think that tells you something. So,
yeah, for sure. That the cops are corrupt is what that tells Tara. Tara would be like, "Oh my god, that's so weird."
Yeah.
But she's definitely going to tell Vic and Sue about it, and y'all can let her know that it means that the cops are corrupt because she's not going to understand.
Precinct 23.
Okay. You what?
It's Precinct 23.
Ooh. Okay. So my second question is going to be, was there anything interesting now that I've had the time to look through Sam's ledger? Was there anything in there that stood out as out of the ordinary?
So you can buy the different things like money coming in, money going out, and their locations. You can tell that some of it was like it seemed to be normal business for a while, and then there was some damage that was done to the place. And so he had a lot of money going out to repairs. And then he had money coming in that seemed to cover the cost of those repairs. Mm-hmm. And then he had another thing where a lot of money went out sorry, I have that backwards. Another thing where he had money coming in, another large amount of money. So it was like, that would be the windfall that you noticed.
I think, yeah, the windfall that we noticed before.
But then the money that went out didn't go to anything within the store. Like, as you specifically like reading into it, he got a lot of, he needed money. He got a lot of it. And then he spent it on something that wasn't his business.
So it wasn't, Tara can tell it wasn't an expense. It was a withdrawal.
Well, so yes. So he was doing something with the money that wasn't paying the people that he should be paying type thing, like the protection money. Like they broke stuff.
Oh, so it wasn't even the protection money.
He should have. This looks like he should have been paying the protection money from this quote unquote windfall. And he didn't. So that's pretty much where the ledger, a day or two later, is where the ledger is no more.
Okay.
So that's probably what got him non-living.
So he didn't pay his. That's interesting. So he did get a lot of money, which should have meant he had what he needed to pay his protection. but he didn't pay it for some reason.
Mhm.
Okay. So I think for my third question,
And you can also ask a question even if you don't specifically have like the evidence that would give you that. Like you can, part of your downtime can be going to try and find that evidence. So like if your question
Okay.
is, where does Dahlia live? Where does she live? Like you
I
don't have her wallet or anything, but you could like your downtime could be going to find out that information, right? If that was
I
something
was
that you
gonna
wanted to do.
say, could we find out more? Do you guys want to know about Gregor or Honeylip? So Gregor is the Capodimonte that we learned about last time. There's like that hierarchy in the family. So there's Honeylip's enforcer
think-
Delilah, but Gregor is the person who gives her the orders.
I think it would be good to figure out who is doing that gold thing that we keep saying, to maybe figure out if
Yeah.
there's a way to combat that more easily than just punch through until it doesn't work anymore.
Okay, I think that's good. That's really smart. So yeah, I'd like to see if we can find any information about this gold sheen that's been deadening our blows.
Okay. Yeah, you can. So this is going to take a little bit longer. Than going through your own files. You're going to probably have to make some phone calls, talk to some other people. May even have to get Sue involved in her with his underground connections. But you learn that that this family sees themselves as gods. As Delia said, we are the new pantheon, and the thing about them is that they hold very true to that idea, and they eat the food of the gods, and that's what is so important about them.
Oh, so they've got some source of ambrosia, I'm guessing.
That could a good guess. Could be. I mean, you don't know the actual name of it. Nobody outside of the family would know the real name of it, but ambrosia would be a good word for it now. Yeah.
Okay, so all we know is that they are eating the food of the gods somehow. Okay, so that'll give us something good to chase down. Like, where's the source going to be coming from? That'll be fun. Okay. Okay, so those are my 3 clues. I am all done with my downtime. Tara is going to the spa.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something dumb, and you're gonna hate me.
I'm so ready.
Because I did burn Call Lightning, and I'm the freaking storm god. I'm gonna concentrate on preparing for the next activity to get that power tag back. To do so, I'm gonna take my shoes off and shuffle around the carpet to build up static. And my socks.
Okay. And
Probably works super well because Tara
If that
bought
actually
a nice
works,
wool rug for this office.
if that actually works, I'm absolutely gonna do that. If it doesn't, I'll come up with something else. But I thought of it, and I was like, I'm gonna suggest this because it's dumb.
it's your character. I don't know how your character gets electricity powers.
Okay. I mean, he probably doesn't either.
Tara sees him doing that. She's like walking by, like putting on her earrings to go out, and she's like,
Boy, it works.
just eye roll.
Since Aaron has the ability to heal, I'm going to go ahead and just assume that he would be willing to add a little bit of triage to Sue and himself for those. So
Saved you from getting bit by a shark.
So you won't have to spend your downtime to do that one.
Give you the warming touch.
So yeah, that's what you, and that takes you the rest of the evening, I guess, Sue, for Sue to recharge himself.
Oh my god. What a terrible, like, there's probably a better way to do it, like maybe licking batteries or, I don't know.
You should do something different every time.
Yeah, something dumb. But can you imagine, like, having to just shuffle
Stick a penny in
around
the
your
outlet.
carpet? Oh my god, yeah, just All right, that one only takes 5 minutes. If you do it stock method, it's like 3 hours of just shuffling around on a carpet.
Yeah.
Maybe stick your head in a dryer
Licking a battery is like
after
an
it's
hour.
finished.
Jamming a paperclip in a light socket is like
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
This means
But
that
It's probably like
not
instant-
comfortable.
yeah. This means that Tara probably left, like rolled her eyes and left, got lunch, came back, saw Sue still shuffling
Yeah.
around the rug, got him a glass of water, and went back to her office.
Yes,
There you go.
I like it. Okay.
She's careful not to
His hair-
touch him though. She didn't want to get the.
his hair is like.
Just sticking straight
Yeah.
out.
You see?
That may or may not be the reason he wears the hat because
Mm.
keeps shit together.
And what about Vic?
I forgot. Is it
Mhm.
bad to fill up one of your things?
Attention?
Yeah.
Attention is the best. That
It's
is
how you level up.
that's
Oh,
that's your
okay.
level up. Once you so say your bastion, if you get one more point, you have leveled up your tag, and you get to add an improvement, which can be either a new theme, a new power tag, or a new weakness, or an improvement. And improvements do things like, oh, you can add this other thing.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try to do that.
Um,
So I have to roll that. Yeah. Now that's Logos, right? That's not Mythos, or that is Mythos, right?
right, there's one for each. So yeah, depending on which one you want.
I
So
just
that-
forget which is
Yeah,
which
so
is which. But
Logos
it
is
makes sense that it's Mythos because it's the myth, right? The
Correct.
mythological. Yeah.
okay. So which so say I guess basically, do you still have the player's handbook available to you?
It's somewhere. I don't have it open currently.
Well, here, then I'll tell you. So, well, okay, here's the main things. One of the improvements you can take is Unbreakable. When you face danger with power tags from them, they are dynamite, which means if you get 12 or greater, you get more effects. Normally it's only the 7 through 9 and then 10 through 12. Dynamite makes it 12 or 12 plus. So it's an even better, it's like a critical success.
Gotcha.
You can do Got Your Back. When you burn a tag in this theme for a hit or in order to face a danger that affects you and your allies, they can benefit from your protection. So like basically you can throw your flame shield in front of your allies and they can take the better result, either their own defense or your defense.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice. When you get hit when you get hit on face of danger, you can always choose to extend the outcome to one person or object around you that you can protect at the cost of exposing yourself. So on a 10 plus, they take no status and you take a status with a -1 tier, and on a 7 or 9, they take a status with a -1 tier and you take the full status. If the move is dynamite, right, if you've done it beforehand, if you take the one above it, the Unbreakable, on a 12 plus, you can choose to fully protect both you and the other person. You can do Sorry, was that your gun? When you face the danger. When your face the danger move is dynamite, on a 12 plus, you can choose the following options instead. So I guess that one won't really work because you're not dynamite. And then Redirect Hostility. When you face the danger move is dynamite, on a 12 plus, you can do something else. So yeah, there are two abilities that you have to be dynamite first. So yeah,
Okay.
either go dynamite and then you get critical, face the dangers, block for somebody else, two different ways to block for somebody else, or give yourself a new power tag or a new weakness tag. So those are the things.
Let's go dynamite. Let's get crazy.
Okay.
Get crazy.
So yeah, now anytime you face the danger and you're pulling one of your bastion tags, you can crit with it. So you should so you explore your mythos. Just roll me any face the danger with your flame shield, please. Okay. So you have leveled up. Now you should see that you have a +1 attention. And I think you can either give yourself either the improvement or give yourself a new power tag.
Yeah, I see that. Unbreakable was the dynamite one, right?
Yes. Okay. So how did you? So can you tell everyone what your mystery is, and how you explore it?
Oh, my mystery, huh?
Because that's what you're doing. You're exploring the mystery, and so you gain
Gotcha.
one clue, with a method, and a source is based on your description. So then you can ask.
So the mystery for that card is why protect when it's so easy to destroy? And I think I'm trying to think how he would even do that. I could go the old Happy Gilmore route of having him just go to a batting cage and literally just take fastballs to the chest.
I forgot about that scene. It's so good. It's like,
Yep.
So, I guess my question is how does this teach you to be a protector? Like, how does this make you want to protect rather than to destroy? Right, like how are you like that? If that's your mystery is like why protect when you could just destroy stuff instead? Like why do you do that? Why do people choose to do that? And so that's sort of like how are you answering? Like what's your question, I guess, on it, or like how do you explore that?
Like, I mean, exploration would I guess would probably for Vic at least would be like you spent all this time just kind of. He was part of a family, quote unquote, but it was more like an everybody for themselves kind of thing. And now he's with an actual family. It's more of like I could just go all out and destroy everything, but I have to help. I have to make sure everyone else is okay. Also,
okay, okay, and then you can ask me any one question, I guess, if you have one, based on family and protecting each other type idea, I guess. If you can think of anything, if not, you don't have to, of course.
I can't really think of one, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. So that takes you through the rest of the night and into the following day. We'll say, what does your building, your office enclave offer to you all?
so we have a private office. So we have a lot of privacy. If somebody isn't invited to come in, they cannot come in. That goes along with impenetrable as well. So private office and impenetrable, it's like unless you have an appointment to come in, you've been invited by one of us somehow. You can't really you either can't find it or you can't get into it. And then self-sustaining, we've got everything we need in the office. So we've got a bathroom, so you can have a bath or a shower. We've got food and drink. Everything. We need lots of coffee, lots of booze. Safe, not comfortable though. So if we do spend too long in the office together, we get a little stir crazy and want to beat each other up. We're siblings. What are we supposed to do?
Oh, yeah,
Spend
100%.
That's fair.
that long in close quarters and not kill each other?
Very
Of
true.
course.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, that's the night is over. You can all, if you all want to, decide if this is a place that everyone can crash for the night, or if you all have your own respective homes to go to.
Tara will stay at the office. She usually does when she's got her like nose to the ground on something.
Okay, the others, you gonna stay as well, or?
Yeah. Especially
Vic-
since we're hunted and we let the shark lady go.
Okay.
I think Vic probably stays in like one of those single occupancy hotels.
Pay by the week.
Yeah.
I don't like those
So-
places.
You don't like this place.
I lived there for like 6 months.
Yeah. Their internet sucks.
I did. It's because of them I stopped playing World of Warcraft.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you, weekly hotel places.
Anyway, so you all are safe. You don't seem to face any danger at this point. But yeah, you all meet back sometime early afternoon or maybe just before noon the following day. Ready, I guess everyone ready to go. Do you want to meet in your office or the diner that is your downstairs neighbor? They have some great smelling coffee, and it is included with the rent.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
let's do that.
Minor.
Okay, so yeah, you all meet downstairs. It's a typical diner. It's a deli type, and yeah, there's some background noise as a lot of people are eating, sort of a late breakfast, sort of a brunch type thing. Maybe a couple people in the, what am I trying to say? Like, maybe took like an early lunch and are grabbing something before they have to get back.
Tara's probably been up for a few hours. She had a cup of coffee upstairs, but knowing that people, I guess the boys would have said they wanted to go to the diner, and Tara's having a cup of coffee and 2 eggs, sunny side up.
All right.
Sunny side up.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, +1 inspiration points.
Thank you so much. If this was 5e, I would get inspiration.
The other two?
I don't want runny eggs.
One, it's a diner.
Okay. They
Get
don't order
scrambled.
eggs?
Get them scrambled.
You can get hash browns. You can get eggs. You can get a salad. You can get a sandwich. What about
Just
a
saying.
Reuben or something?
Salad
So
for
there's
breakfast.
there's no way to order eggs that's reminiscent of water. I guess scrambled is kind of like a storm, right? Ooh, I could
About-
get poached. I could
about
get
over-
poached because they cook them in a little whirlpool.
But over easy.
I don't even know what that is.
She doesn't like
Yeah,
runny
runny.
eggs.
Runny.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
any
Sue
runny
doesn't
eggs?
No,
Yeah, Michelle.
Do you,
likes
Michelle, like runny eggs?
no,
Why not?
they're not good.
They are good.
scrambled
No, I-
dry.
I only like runny eggs when it's in something because then it's like a flavor to flavor everything else. I don't want to just eat a runny egg.
You don't
You
have to
get-
have eggs for
you get-
breakfast.
You get runny eggs and you get toast and you soak the yolk
See,
with the
that's-
toast.
that's-
I'm
it's a
hungry. Shut
flavor.
up.
Hash browns.
Good.
You do over easy eggs
Over
on
eggy.
on corned beef and hash.
She just said shut
with-
up.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, Aaron's giving me ideas for what I'm gonna eat right after this. I think two eggs over easy. I have some rye bread I need to toast.
Mm. What's
Little
the
bit
thing you do? The
little bit
egg in the basket where you toast the bread. So
Oh.
you butter the bread and you toast it while it's buttered. And
Mhm.
you put the over easy egg on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm making.
There you go.
Mm,
We
You could
had
have anything
sandwiches.
you could have sandwiches. You could have a watercress
Oh.
sandwich. Watercress
BLT
was
for
big in the 40s.
breakfast.
BLT.
BLT is like the classic delicious diner sandwich.
Yeah.
Vic will get a
Pickle.
Two eggs over easy, wheat toast, and two sausage links.
This is a very important part of our
Why
RP
a
right now.
pickle? Why a pickle?
Pickle.
And a pickle.
A pickle for your BLT or
Just in general.
I don't know pickle.
There's a little spear on the side. When you
No
get a
pickle.
sandwich in a diner, they give you a pickle.
They do
No-
give you a
no
pickle. A
I like
kosher dill pickle
pickle.
spear.
That is an untrustworthy pickle.
I like
It's an
pickle.
untrustworthy diner if they don't give you a pickle.
I'm just saying
No
I don't
pickle?
trust diner pickles.
I don't trust.
They're always watery
I don't trust
and
you.
floppy. You never know if they've just been sitting out on the counter back there.
It's okay. It's a
pickle.
pickle.
Bad shit can still happen to a pickle. I don't
It's
care
very
if it's been
preserved.
brined.
It's very preserved.
If it's been
Sorry.
laying
Sorry,
out,
GM.
the flies could be shitting all over it.
This is the 1940s in a diner. Flies are shitting all over everything.
I have the worst diner story ever that will make you sure you never eat coleslaw again.
I don't want to
Let's
hear it because I love
not.
diner food.
That's not.
We did the important thing, which was describe what we're eating. So,
Mhm.
Tara is gonna fill Sue and Vic in on her findings, so that y'all can be in the loop.
The loop.
So my
She's like so excited about it. She's info dumping.
my question is then, over breakfast, what plans do you want to make, going forward on this case, if any?
We probably should go to Sam's funeral when it happens.
Yeah. If we can meet up with his wife to maybe see what info she has about that money.
Mm-hmm. Or at least
That's
make an
money, honey.
appointment to talk to her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least make contact with her.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband's funeral might not be the place to be like, hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, to make contact with her and to scope out who else is there.
You can read the newspaper and find out when through his obituary. When
Tara definitely did it that way.
When
She's the
think-
person who reads the newspaper every morning.
It'll be a few days from now. So
Okay.
It's probably another 2 or 3 days before his actual funeral. We'll say 2 days. So you have 2 days. You have all of today and tomorrow to do other stuff. And the day after will be his funeral.
Okay.
So sad.
Any plans for what you would want to do today? I can sort of name some things if you're just, since you're not there and it doesn't, maybe won't make sense, but if anybody has any ideas, feel free to throw them out.
Tara's probably going to call the pizza shop and just check in on the boys.
Yeah, things are going the same. When they owed money last, it hasn't been long enough, so there hasn't been another payment due. So.
Okay. Nothing happened. Nothing weird happened after we left. They're
No.
fine. Okay.
No, good.
Okay.
I'm gonna say technically they didn't pay last time, so it's a good question.
No, they paid. They saw him and were roughing him up just because that's kind of what the enforcers do every now and again. Like, it wasn't going to be a serious thing.
I thought it was like they owed him. That's why they were.
I don't think so. But I will find out. I can let you know.
I'll take your lead on that. I just figured that they were like, "Hey, you owe us money, shitbird." Just we're beat him up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say. I guess that does make more sense. So yeah, we'll say that it is. They were in some money, and when you talk to them with that night's sales and whatnot, they were able to just barely make payment, and so there was no damage done to them or the store, but the price was paid.
Mm.
The attack was enough to scare them into making sure everything worked.
Oh, poor kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm looking back at my notes to see what else was happening in the past. We're gonna go to the funeral. I can't think of what else. Oh, what about Julio?
Yep, he would still be in the hospital.
Let's make a plan to go see Julio. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's plan to go visit Julio today, I guess.
Okay. Can definitely do that. Anything else? You know, depending on how long, it'll mostly be sort of an investigation, interrogation type setting there because he's just sitting in a hospital. So it'll take a little bit of time. Ask a couple questions. Anything else? The reason I say this is ideas for the next session since it's almost 9:30, which is our cutoff time for tonight. Yeah, just so we can. I can go back and watch this. Here in 2 weeks, and we'll know like, okay, these are the things we're doing.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to actually get involved in the next thing.
Yeah, I have my little notepad for next time on
Sugar Burger.
What else do you guys want to do next time? We're gonna go see Julio at the hospital. Like when we pick back up, that'll be the first thing we do, I guess, when we leave the diner.
Sounds good.
And then after that, the next thing is the day after that. No, 2 days after that.
Right. So yeah, you still have you have today to go talk at the hospital, and then you have all day tomorrow to do whatever you like, and then the next day, the funeral will be in the morning. So.
What do you guys want to do on our gap day?
Nap.
Nap.
Um,
I wonder if we can run down something about the food of the gods. I would like to find out more about that.
Oh yeah. Research.
Now that we know that they have the food of the gods, we should find out where they're getting it.
Yes.
Maybe find out
them
who's in charge of this head of this branch of the family that's been expanding out.
There's nobody right now, right?
Nobody's in charge because there's a vacuum, but we did find out that Gregor is the person who's giving orders. The Capodimonte is giving orders right now.
Yeah, that's the one who the thugs that you've been dealing with. That's their manager, their next highest up.
Yeah, that's who gives Delia her orders, right?
Theoretically, who Delia and Honeylip work for.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, work for is the wrong term, but yeah.
Yeah. He's their project manager. He said, "Here, I made these cards for you. They're on your board. Move them across. Get them across the board for me." Okay.
Anything else?
Those are the things that I'm interested in.
Anything else? This can also be stuff if it's more for your mystery or your logos. If someone's like, I don't know what the three of you do for day jobs, but if anybody's like, oh well, I also need to take time for this or that. Anything?
Tara's a small business owner.
Yeah, this is your
day job.
This is Tara's day job.
Business owner. This is Tara's job. She owns a private investigation agency.
Yes.
I guess if we have a day where we don't have anything, I could just wander around in my hangouts and listen for anything about the family.
Put a little ear to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those would be investigation roles, or if you wanted to have it as a downtime event for just sort of another montage.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay. Then I guess, we will end it here for tonight, everybody. I want to say thanks to everybody for watching and checking us out, giving us a like and a follow, and all those good things for YouTube. Although you can't really do those on Twitch, can you? I don't know. I'm not so
Feed
good
the
at
algorithm. Feed it.
Yes. The algorithm thing. Yeah, thank you. So we have been and will continue to be Plus One Shot. This was City of Mist, their pre-made starter campaign. This is all written by Son of Oak Studios. And if you like their stuff, if you want to do something, they have both a new game, well, 2 new systems out. One is Cyberpunk, and the other is Fantasy. So if you'd like to do this, but in a fantasy world, those are all coming out soon. Check out their websites.
Nice.
Other than that, we will be back in 2 weeks, which should be the 7th of April. Yeah.
All right.
And then on this Saturday, we will have, this upcoming Saturday, we will have a D&D Diablo run by our friend from New Zealand. It's a great game. Some of us are in that one too.
I think most of us are in that one.
Yes. Yeah. The three of us.
All right.
Cool. Well, thank you all. We'll see you later. Bye.